Pomu Rainpuff talks about why she left Nijisisters. The harasser of Hoshimachi Suisei has also been harassing a bunch of other people and is a mod of many Nijisisters people, and more on this episode. Today we're going to be talking about Pomu Rainpuff, or Min Phantom, whichever one you want to call it, Phantom. She used to be Pomu Rainpuff. Pomu Rainpuff was a Nijisisters ex-liver. I think she graduated on January 30th, I believe. She went of her own accord in the sense that she no longer wanted to be part of the organization because she felt she did everything that she wanted to do in that organization, and pretty much told us that in no uncertain terms, pretty much in her own way, that they were holding her back. They had prevented her from getting a Metal Gear Solid collab. She said it was an opportunity of a lifetime. You can look at one of my videos about it. It's just basically called Pomu Rainpuff Opportunity of a Lifetime or something like that. So you can look at my video there. It's basically, she really wanted that because she is a humongous Metal Gear Solid fan. She was, and still is a humongous Metal Gear Solid fan. So that happened to her. It soured her situation. It soured her feelings on the company, and she wanted to move on. She had a past life, which is called Made Mint. This one was graduated a little bit over 3 years ago. As of today, on the 5th, it is 3 years and 1 day ago that she had graduated. But she's back. She was back with a podcast announcement. People are having fun with her. And yesterday she had her first return stream, her actual return stream. And as you can see, people are already doing a lot of fan arts of her, a lot of things of her. So people are very happy that she's back because people missed the ghost, and people also missed the person behind the ghost. She had basically, right now, Matara, Kenenkuro, her, other people, Quinn Benet, other people are proving Nijisisters wrong, and that you are nothing without them. Nijisisters pushes their livers to believe that you are nothing without them. It makes you believe that that is the only place where you can be successful. That is the only place you can do anything worthwhile. And right now, everybody else is proving them wrong. Mint and others. And that's where we get to this part. Mint had decided to mention what's the reasons why she had left, without naming the company itself, but the reasons why she had left.
People hear that I don't know me, because there's a lot of people that I don't know either. Back in the day, I was just teeny tiny spirit. This is not like a debut or even a re-debut. I guess it's just me coming back and saying howdy doody to you all. I plan to be streaming. I wrote 3 to 4 times a week. Might be more. Back a couple years ago, I could only do so little because I worked at another maid cafe at the same time. It was much more difficult for me, but now I'm a free ghost. So, I mean, I am kind of, I don't know if I should be looking for another maid cafe or not. I kind of talked about it with Matara. If you listen to the podcast, maybe I'll get like a job at a part-time job at a grocery store or something. Oh my gosh, you guys, heaven. Oh yes, I probably should talk about that, right? I graduated 3 years ago today, actually, and so now I'm back. But I went to heaven, and I don't know. I think I'm more suited to being a ghost. I had too many unresolved issues. Being an angel was fun and all, but I just felt still this urge to like haunt you guys. And
Right there, that's a big one. She said there were too many unresolved issues that she had being an angel, which is basically she's alluding to being Pomu. There were too many unresolved issues, too many things. She wanted to go back to being an indie. She wanted to go back to her old group. So she wanted to go back to the people who she knew before. So basically she's saying without saying. This is my interpretation. Of course, this is just an interpretation based on everything that I've seen, everything that I have covered. She felt she wasn't able to be as creative as she could have been. Like, she's more creative as an indie. She has more chances to be creative, more doors to open as an indie. Well, after being part of EGN, of course, as an indie. Then she did an EGN. Too many unresolved things. The Metal Gear Solid thing was probably one of the big unresolved things. A lot of things were getting in her way in Nijisisters. This is what she's kind of telling us.
Oh, being a ghost feels more up my alley. Plus, it makes you feel good. No, that's not what you're supposed to do, though. Oh, I wrote that down. Why did you come back? I wrote, even in heaven, I felt restless. Like I had some unfinished business. I don't think I was ready to go. So maybe
unfinished business.
I'm best at being a ghost than an angel. Maybe. I even got my wings and everything. I think they were fake, though. I think they were cardboard. Couldn't even fly properly. Question, is this a re-debut? No.
Couldn't even fly properly. Again, reading into it quite a lot. You could say that I'm just reading into it way too much. Couldn't even fly properly. Cardboard wings. Kind of making you think that there was some falsehood to all of the promises that Nijisisters had given her, of, giving her greater opportunities, making it, the big thing that a lot of people think about when they look at larger agencies. She said they were cardboard, they seemed fake, I couldn't even fly. If you're thinking of that as a metaphor, which you could be, and I'm kind of thinking of it as a metaphor, she couldn't spread her wings. She couldn't fly in that company. She was being caged down. She was put in a cage and told to do this and that and all the other things. This makes me feel like, yes, she felt held back. Yes, she felt like her creativity was being stifled. She felt stifled in that company. And that is why she left. That is a big thing. That is huge. That she's saying this. She knows how to use metaphors. She's saying it in a way that will not negatively hurt her in any legal sense, but people kind of get an idea of it already.
It's just me coming back to streaming. And if I decide to stay... What was that? Matara, don't look. You didn't said that? No, that wasn't me.
Oh, someone else said that for her. That's cute. That's cute. Someone said that for her. That's really good. I like that. Now let's see what people say about this. Not very much. I think it might have been a scam. I went to heaven and they gave me cardboard wings. Yeah, that whole thing makes me think, yeah, that's like I'm saying. It was like an alliteration. It was like a freaking metaphor. Couldn't even fly properly. Ghosts don't need wings to fly. They can just float in whatever direction they want. That's the thing. Now she has the freedom. Now as an indie, she has the freedom. And I'm very happy she has the freedom. As an indie, yes, you do have a lot of freedom, but a lot of things are on your own. And people can easily try to drop you as an indie. They really can. So, you know, take care of yourselves, everybody. Everyone knows about the slanderer, the person who slandered Hoshimachi Suisei, which was a moderator of a specific liver. Ashiki, which was and still is, a Pokemon VTuber, like a Pokemon-related VTuber in the sense that he does Pokemon stuff. In Japan, Hoshimachi Suisei was not only the moderator of Amamiya Kokoro, but also Kuzuha, the top Niji JP male registrant, Makino Rimuru, and Naraka. So all these things were recently discovered. They also discovered that he had harassed Natsuhiro Matsuri and Murasake Shion of Hololive. And here are the images. He literally seems to be deeply involved with any color. That's undermining cover of Brave Group. It's a huge scandal. So here are the messages. Here are all the ones that he is a moderator for. He's a moderator for, looks like Amamiya, Kuzuha, one that is a Japanese liver, and Naraka. As I mentioned over here, the ones that are is Jirimu and Naraka. So he is deeply entrenched inside of Nijisisters. At the very least, a lot of people trust him enough to become a moderator. Now, this is the story that popped up, and here is the, the translated copy of the story that popped up. It says, Ashiki, who has made allegedly slandering comments against Hoshimachi Suisei, Felician Hololive, and who has self-described himself as a moderator and a related person of the VTuber group Nijisisters, operated by Anycolor Inc. In addition to Amamiya Kokoro, it was confirmed that Ashiki may be a moderator for several Nijisisters talents, including Kuzuha, Ririmu, and Naraka, as shown here. This time, the slanderous act against Hoshimachi Suisei was confirmed by Ashiki, a Pokemon YouTuber. Ashiki was criticizing Hoshimachi Suisei's collaboration project with the game The Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Starlight Stage, and pointing out that he had made a tweet that could be considered slanderous to Hoshimachi Suisei. It had been pointed out that Ashiki may have made a post or tweet that could be considered that slanderous one. So, some of the following posts have been deleted. So he deleted these things. I'm glad the collaboration between Idolmaster and Hoshimachi Suisei was rough, as expected. Because it was rough around the edges. Because I thought the content was pretty disgusting, even as a regular VTuber. I wish it'd give him the ability to turn off the collaboration completely in the game, and if they turn it off, they get the jewels or something. Ashiki has been suspected of slandering Hoshimachi Suisei's Hololive production for some time, and has been criticized for problematic behavior towards VTubers in the past. In 2019, he was criticized by Unlimited, now Brave Group, for inappropriate language and behavior in a competition with Yumisaki Kaede affiliated with the Game Club project. Furthermore, Ashiki has acknowledged that he is a relation moderating Nijisisters by publishing this following post on Twitter. I am a moderator of Nijisisters and I try to be responsible with my comments. But I really like the scene where Uzuki Ko and Makaino Ririmu expressed their opinion that Kuzuha, who became a woman the other day, keeps wearing trunks and underwear, and Kuzuha was in a panic because she did not understand it, even though she said that's erotic. And there's a post down here. And now that it has emerged that Ashiki, who is seen as possible moderator for Amamiya Kokoro, may also be a moderator for other Nijisisters talents such as Kuzuha, Ririmu, and Naraka. This raises the possibility that Ashiki is, by his own admission, a Nijisisters moderator and related person with close ties to any color. The following images were provided by everyone. We have received reports they were taken from the bulletin board site Futaba channel. Okay. And it says, furthermore, Ashiki was found to be sexually harassing Natsuhiro Matsuri, Hololive, Murasake Shion, same as above, Odama Tamako, Aogiri High School, and others on his own stream. These past actions and words have been unearthed one after another by volunteers. And there's the thing. Like, look. Mentioning the pants, mentioning like all this type of stuff, like looking at things, inappropriately, and saying inappropriate things from what it looks like. If it is confirmed that Ashiki is not only the moderator of Amamiya Kokoro, but also moderates the other talents, The possibility that he is literally a moderator and associated Nijisanji is further increased, and it will be confirmed that such a person associated with any color Nijisanji has been slandering and inappropriately talking and acting towards talents affiliated with other companies, such as Cover Corporation, Brave Group. In fact, the fact that he has made no apology to date will be definitive. Cover and Any Color issued a joint statement against defamation on the 4th of December 2022. However, the recent defamation of Cover by Any Color Nijisanji has effectively rendered the joint statement of the two companies a mere skeleton. They both made a joint statement about, making sure that they will take care of any kind of slander from both of them. It says, please make sure to not only check the article, but also primary information provided by the talent themselves, their agencies, groups, and companies. And if you see any malicious information or slander, please send it to the contacts, of course. This one is trying to be very responsible. I do trust p2y.jp, and this is an interesting story to pop up. And we move on, as we always do, to the comments. The what now? That's a thing. And this person has a bit of a longer one. This makes for a very long and strange drama. It's reasonably well known that distributors who used to broadcast live on Nico Nico Doga are now VTubers. But there's a man named Junichi Kato who became popular on Nico Nico Doga and is still a very big distributor in terms of numbers. Although he appears to be very popular, his style is that of outspoken, threatening, harassing, anything that goes to the distributor. However, his no holds barred style has gained a certain popularity, and there are distributors who admire them. The style has spread not only to him but also to others and Nico Nico Live users, and it continues even now that the main streaming site has moved to YouTube. Junichi Kato, a distributor of Nico Nico Doga, has a tendency to speak out against anything and everything, especially VTubers, and his listeners, Emon, like it and slam VTubers. So Emon is his fan base of this Junichi Kato. Distributor Junichi Kato is a ranting monster, but he gained reputation for calling VTubers picture brute and other names, and his listeners, the Emons, like to slam VTubers. These Emons are actively live performers on Nijisanji. Oh, they're actually Nijisanji people, according to this person. That is interesting. They look down on VTubers and worship Junichi Kato, but for some reason, some Emons made their VTuber debut on Nijisanji. The people who this person mentions, Shizurin, Amamiya, Naraka, Ibrahim are typical Emons. These Emons are known for trolling other streamers, and the number of their victims is countless because they were especially willing to harass female streamers, and they gradually came to be known as the blank community by those who knew them. In particular, Shizurin was invited to his wedding and gave him a congratulations message. Junichi Kato looked down on her as an old hag who was older than him, but their faith did not diminish. So even Shizurin was mistreated by this person. Holy crap. This all doesn't sound toxic at all. That's sarcasm, Good grief, this stuff is niche in the West and all. I'm pretty surprised, though actual harassment and a lot of other stuff in Japan, I guess, only amplifies the weird stuff. Of course, this is just... If true, this is a rat, of course, but if true, this can explain a lot of the internal stuff that goes on in Nijisanji of bullying and mistreatment and cliques and all that kind of stuff. It'll explain it if they're following someone as toxic as this Junichi person, which is unfortunate, sad situation. It's something that I don't condone. Although it sounds empty, it can sound empty. Some people think it's empty. I absolutely don't condone any kind of harassment towards anybody else. Because, like I said, once you start harassing, once you start bullying, you become no better than the people that we are criticizing right now about bullying and harassment. We become no better. We actually become worse than them. Because we had the chance to be better, but we became just like them. I think this might be a bit of a shorter one. We're looking at Offkai Expo rejecting Nijisanji, but embraces ex-nijisanji talents. Of course, the reason why they got them here, of course, because Vshoujo pushed it. Vshoujo pushed it hard. From what Matara said, Vshoujo wanted to get her in there, in the Offkai, because Matara wanted to be a part of it, if I'm not mistaken. And but since she was doing the podcast with Made Mint, she asked Vshoujo if they could get her in there too. And, she would share, rooms and all that kind of stuff with them, so that Vshoujo didn't have to, so Made Mint didn't have to spend anything, and Vshoujo didn't have to spend anything for a non-talent, which they wouldn't, because it's a corporation. They're not going to spend for non-talents. And there's a watermelon. There's a freaking watermelon here. I love watermelon. Get wrecked, Nijisisters. This calls for a celebration. Looks like Uber Sheep tonight, baby. Offkai needs someone to replace Nijisanji. Both Mara and Mint are pretty much a hot topic this couple months. Also relatively safe from drama for now. Also, Offkai already ditched Nijisanji per their own word, so they're pretty much blacklisted by Nijisanji in the future. So inviting both Matara and Made Mint is the most logical decision. As a middle finger. Yes, it is. As it should be. Maybe Niji Livers will finally get the message. There are two ways, I think, how it ended up like this. They did get them with this one. They did get them hard with this one. The first one is people hope that it's true. They want to believe that Offkai stands in the talent side. I mean, they're just an organization that wants clout, which is normal for a smaller convention. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm not saying it's a negative thing. They themselves need clout to grow. and to grow the convention into something that maybe can get sponsors and such, you know? Just the way businesses work. Convinced to cut ties with all of them, trying to invite ex-Niji livers, will show support for the talents mistreated by Nijisanji. Second one is that both shows are probably arranged in advance, perhaps not made mint, but Matara-kan probably confirmed months in advance. The incident involving Nijisanji and resulting chaos probably has Offkai cutting Nijisanji off in fear of potential unrest if Nijisanji is kept as guest, not only for Nijisanji talents, but probably ex-livers as well. So they may be blacklisted by Nijisanji. It may have been a protective move to prevent hate raids and hate stuff and all this, you know, nasty words and all that kind of stuff against Nijisanji livers. So it could be any of those things, but I'm glad that Matara is a part of it, and I'm glad that Made Mint is a part of it, and I'm glad that I got to see Watamelon once again. Some good news for people who were fans of Kuzuryu Io, a independent VTuber, it looks like, a female English donut loving dragon VTuber, originally debuted in 2020 and retired in 2021, a year later. She made a surprise return in April 2024. Her things were being active. Everything was being active. It's being activated. Everything's being interesting. Everything is 10/23, and then a year later, she has reactivated her stuff. It looks like her birthday 6th of February. She was a dragon from the underworld that came to learn about humanity. Here's her stuff. April 1st, she said dragon, donut, and the stars stuff. Thank you for also taking a look at all of this stuff with me. Gao, she's the dragon stuff. People started doing that and, you know, posting it. So many Gao this morning. Ohio, basically, good morning. Friendship ended with graduation. Now 11 a.m. April 7th. Stream is my best friend. Minesweeper and chat. So she's going to be doing chatting again. Good news. A few months ago, I had an ultrasound and they found the Lego piece in my tummy, finally. Bad news. The Lego piece is still in my tummy. Basically, making fun of the colorful Lego blocks in the mail. Makes the shape of a donut, and she ate it. According, you know, it's just making fun of stuff in 2021, and now she's back. The doctor said it's not harmful, and children swallow them all the time with little side effects to smaller bodies than mine. So do not worry. I'll go nurse stuff. Everybody's happy that she's coming back. I'm a dragon. I don't need an occasion to F with your emotions. I breathe fire and tiny little chicken wings. And here, you know, donuts and stuff. Ohio, Drago on a mission. Find more dial-up on Sunday. Have a good day. Be a pancake. So she's coming back on Sunday. Good news for everybody involved. Absolutely good news for everybody involved. And I'm happy that an independent VTuber is coming back to their community. And hopefully the community, as you can see, it was a big community. Hopefully that community welcomes her back with open arms and they have a lot of fun. Because they had been gone since 2021, as shown here, and are going to be doing great. I have faith that everything's going to go great for her. Quick stock check on Nijisanji. It's made a bit of a rebound, but it's nowhere near where it was before. It made a 0.4%, not even a 1% rebound. It's still a rebound. It is what it is. But of course, it isn't amazing for him. It isn't amazing for them. They wanted to go back to 3,000 and above because that shows strong financials. People are now waiting for the Q4 report, and they're seeing all these negative things happening, and they're not going to be doing anything to help. They're not going to be buying more stock because investors only buy stock that they're confident in. Right now, confident isn't going well for Nijisanji. Nijifan is calling Raz a groomer and that Luca hadn't turned 18. Later tweet says that Luca turned 18 before they met. Also claims Raz said she fell in love almost immediately with him. While in the video evidence, she states she fell in love almost immediately, platonically, of course. I mean, it can be interpreted either way, but let's look at what it says here. More clips of False admitting to helping the groomer write the doc. MF, he hadn't turned 18 yet, and even if he was 18, how does that make it okay? Makes it okay because they are consenting adults. As long as he doesn't have a developmental disorder that makes it so his mind is that of a child. If he has the mind of an adult and he is legally an adult, then yes, he is held responsible for everything he does, and also he can be talked to by someone that is older than him. And conveniently, they can't provide proof of the Niji liver who allegedly DM'd her about harassing other livers in a hit piece to ruin Niji. She didn't show all of that stuff. She did that and didn't show all that stuff because she didn't want to out the person, because a lot of times the information given to you can definitively out the person if you put it correctly. If you put it out there, it can out the person. So that is kind of a protection mechanism from False. False probably told her, no, don't put this in here. It could actually dock somebody. It could actually make their lives miserable inside of Nijisanji. So leave this part out, but you can mention it. You can mention that you have the information, but not, you know, that you're actually going to use it. Busy with RL stuff, so updates will be random regarding the age. Firstly, people defending the groomer is 18 is legal. Do you think a teenager is magically bestowed maturity at the moment they turn 18? Legally, yes. Legally, in every single part of the world, at minimum 18, you are considered legally mature. You are legally mature unless you have a developmental disorder that makes it so that your mind sticks at 5 or whatever it ends up being, then you cannot be legally mature no matter how old you are. If you're stuck at an immature age of like, you know, a younger age because of a developmental disorder, then yes, you have the right to say they were groomed, etc. He doesn't have that. So a person like him who doesn't have that is not going to be seen as under the age. It's not going to be seen as someone under the, you know, age of maturity. They are the age of maturity. They met in early account VRC when he turned 18 2 to 3 weeks prior, and she was about to turn 25 that month. So VR chat shows that yes, he was 18 already. At least what he told VR chat, he was 18 already, and she was over the age, of course. I hate that Nijisisters are completely unaware that everyone can universally agree that yes, we think Raziel is not a good person, but doesn't mean that what he said was false. The more time passes, the more that what she said is proven correct. So all they have left is to call them insults. Yes, all they have left at this point is insults ad hominems. It's that kind of thing. When you don't have any kind of backing, you end up just insulting, especially when you have the parasocialism that these people have, that their person can do no wrong, that their person is innocent, that their person is being hurt by you defending yourself. That's why I always say, take a look at things objectively, get all the information you can, and then make your decision. Nanami Kismet is a VTuber artist. She's Lady Nanami VT. Apparently, there's drama going on there. Basically, a client that barely gave approval or feedback on a commission and did a chargeback. I'm now in the red, basically to redraw the model again. It's still having issues with their communication. If anyone can help, please be grateful. They pinned this one 4 hours ago. I've tried to be kind and be respectful towards them, but I can't handle their idle threatening anymore. These are the last convos I've had and will not be removing names, as many have reached out to inform others and aware of this person. So, another VTuber drama looks like it's happening. I hate VTuber dramas like this. I really do. But this person is supposedly threatening. Nanami has sat down and spoke to my mother about this, and since you don't want to do a full refund, we can do this. Doesn't have to do the chat, pet, extra arms, or other outfits. Get my half of my money back, and we end it like that because it's stressful enough. I'm just uncomfortable. And it says, after you've given me feedback, made the model the first time, which prolongs the process. Yeah, basically, you give feedback, you know, if something gets done, you give feedback, changes are needed, that's going to extend the process, of course. It's not going to be a 1 day or 2 day thing. It's going to extend the process. This person is saying that they're going to be doing chargebacks. None of that answered my question. Nanami, I'm just saying because we had issue with this outfit that already has art and a chibi done with him in it, and it wasn't even done correctly the first time. I just don't feel comfortable with this, with his other outfit that doesn't have any references being done. Also, Nanami, you try to lie, but the PayPal only had a disputed, not claim, for chargeback. Yet, so that chargeback isn't from me. It was a warning. So this person's doing warnings with chargebacks, with disputes. When you do a dispute, your money's taken away. The immediate moment you do a dispute, the money is frozen, and a lot of times your PayPal account is frozen until the issues get resolved. So that is still a threat. That is still can be seen as a threat. And it says you had already been admitted to not being honest, that you didn't want to tell me what you had issues with. I repeatedly tried to meet your expectations with the model and still get once a day responses, which are very simple. I had already done the previous model with the feedback you gave me, which at the time you told me you were fine with it. Now you're not, and I had to redo it again. You say you're not comfy as well. I am not comfy with being told I have not done work which I have completed and you didn't check or approve. I can't do my job if you can't respond back to me. I have basically done my revisions for you for free at this point, but I'm honestly had enough with the respect I am given for my hard work and attempt to resolve the communication you did not provide. I have talked with others and have listened to what you have said to me and honestly don't want to work under these conditions you have placed onto me. I wanted to pay respect to you and your brother because he told me how much this meant to the both of you. But when you give one artist feedback and not another, and tell me you manage artists, it makes me confused because you should fully understand the position you have put me and yourself under. And I don't want to continue this. I have already proceeded with PayPal further and will no longer be working on this. And I will not be working again for free as you have broken my terms of service, which you know fully well because you have read it on my VGen during the situation, another situation that happened. Going on for more stuff. Alright, I'm going to just push for a full refund. You aren't answering my question. I never read your VGen. I just told you I'm not continuing this project with you again. I told you before I've gone through PayPal. You're clearly not reading my messages. Blocked the messages from everything. It didn't, not on me. Is it possible to call and talk about this? It's up to you. Can someone else join the call? I'm not with them. Yeah, I don't mind. And he didn't say anything else. I tried to talk to you about this button shirt, and there's the stuff that was messaged there. That was probably looks like a chargeback or something like that. And here's more information. Remember we decided to not do a base. I said base, but not heavily detailed. If you had told me I could have moved fast, hun. It's just slow right now because of screen tablet. I feel that. Just waiting for my new cord. That's fine. I just wanted to share the Riggers message since she asked a few times now in the updates. All good. They blocked them later, which makes sense. It's just a lot of stuff's going on. So she's a VGen artist. This person is just being really bad. 81.33 USD or 781.33. So this was like I guess a Live 2D type of thing and a chibi model and all that kind of stuff. It was a lot of stuff. 781 bucks is like rent for people. It's rent and food and other things like that for people. So it's really mean and vindictive to just do the chargebacks and stuff after work has been done. You know, that is like a vindictive thing. It's not good. It's never good. I don't appreciate vindictiveness. I don't like vindictiveness. I don't like this kind of stuff. Aya Amare has removed everything from her PL account, from her PL YouTube. And that's not saying a lot because she had community posts. She would delete them. She would put them back. She would delete them. She would do other things. She recently made a post, which I put in the other video, about, you know, what she was planning to do. She's not going to become a cosplayer. She's going to become maybe, you know, makeup advice, that type of thing. And she removed it again, probably because it started getting traction, started getting a lot of attention, which it did because it got my attention, it got other people's attention, and she removed it. Aya Amare removed the stuff from her past life account because maybe it was drawing management's attention, and maybe she didn't want the heat, because a lot of people can't handle the heat, and that's perfectly fine. It's not anything negative. Just if you don't want the heat, you let people know, and the heat will go off. She put, I might come back one day, but I won't be a beauty VTuber anymore. For those who don't know what you're looking for. Dang, she put the white heart too. Does that mean white heart signify it's Aya's signature color? Why is it her signature color? So it was the Aya thing. Prophecy has been foretold. It's good that she's keeping her options open. Like I said already, I don't feel like she's obligated to do anything after she graduates Niji, whenever that's going to happen. So personally, I won't see a clear confirmation about her future plans, you know? So yeah, we're not going to put words in her mouth. We're not going to put ideas in her head of, you know, she's going to be graduating. Oh my God, this is graduation. It's kind of clickbaity to say that it's going to be a definite graduation. I don't want to say it's going to be a definite graduation, but she's just leaving her options open. Anybody who's telling you that this is definitely going to mean an Aya graduation from here on is because of, you know, deletions, is saying, is speculating. It's always speculation. Anyone who says it's going to happen is speculating. We don't know. Heck, a lot of times the talents don't know until either they're terminated or something happens that makes it so that, yep, I can't be here anymore and I have to graduate. No one knows. Thank you for watching. Comment down below if you so choose. Of course, there's a Discord and all my socials in the description. I do hope you enjoyed this video, and there are videos in front of you which you will possibly like as well. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye-bye.